Throughout the years, the Book Arts Roundtable have had projects called collaboratives. For a collaborative to be effective, a certain number of people sign up and agree to be part of it, and then make copies or editions of their artwork in a certain size and have a certain theme, and then we all trade. So at the end of the collaborative, you come home with one piece from each person that's part of the collaborative. A perfect example of that one is one that we did about New Jersey, where there was, each person was given the idea to take a folded piece, which then would be attached on either side, and create a internal or open page spread, something reflecting New Jersey. And then at the end, we're each given the idea that we can attach all those together and make a full book all about New Jersey. This book was an impetus for a show that we had at the Governor's Mansion in Princeton with the theme of New Jersey, and it was really fun to see everyone and how they interpreted the New Jersey. This one is called A Day in the Life, and each person took away the way that they wanted to approach a day in the life, and it was a long vertical that attached together. And this one is about maps and different people, that how they did mapping. And each one, this one is a really fun one because it's all about different letters of the alphabet. And you were able to see how each person, so 26 people participated, each one made 26 of the same letter. So this one might be for the M, for the moon, a moth. And so that would be the letter M. And they would, at the end, you would come away with a whole alphabet. So the idea of a collaborative was really quite a fun thing. And it was very specific in terms of the size and the format, but the materials that you chose to use were really individual.
Chuck Miley here. This is one of my favorite in the collaboratives, in that it falls back in my history of printmaking. And with the insects, and the book itself is so beautifully done by so many of the artists. I liked this print so much I even framed it and hung it at home. This gives a chance for all of us to work together and take a look at one subject in many different interpretations, ways to approach, and the surprising and interesting ways to solve the problem.
This is my piece for the New Jersey Collaborative, and because our pages were going to be adhered to each other and it was going to be a continuous book, I decided to do a pop-up. And in my world, malls are one of the places that are least full of life, and so it just felt very strange to me. So I believe I was looking at the Woodbridge Mall, and I drew people who were just walking past each other. And the interesting part, I think, of this is that I had to do a pop-up that created the dimension of stairs. So I'm going to turn this around, and it took a lot of engineering so that when the book is closed, the stairs kind of open up and are dimensionally looking like stairs. So I enjoy these collaboratives because I get to draw rather than just do mixed media and collage, which I do a lot in my other books. Another one of the Book Arts Roundtable collaboratives was an ABCdarium, and each of 26 artists used a grab bag and selected a letter, and then we did individual cards for our letter. In my case, I love rocks and minerals, and so I had the letter A, so I drew amethyst crystals, and I also drew a lot of other minerals that begin with the letter A. And it's really fun to see everybody else's art and their take on their own letter.